Afternoon. It's another beautiful day on Data Speaks. Thanks for staying tuned to Diamond 101.1 FM. And I wish you happy Independence Day. Yeah, my name is Esther Okay, and as you know, I have the amiable presence of Professor Olubusoye from the Department of Statistics, University of Ibadan. You're welcome, sir.
Esther, thank you for having me.
Yes, you're welcome.
Happy Independence Day.
Yes, happy independence to you, sir.
Thank
I
you.
want to use this opportunity also to welcome and appreciate those of our audience online that make it their responsibility, their duty to join us every Wednesday, every Wednesday 2 to 3 to explore the world of data together. We want to say a very big thank you for staying tuned to Diamond 101.1 FM. It's another beautiful edition of Data Speaks, and I tell you, you are in for something very beautiful this afternoon because Professor is ready, like very, very ready. Yes, um, uh, this month, yeah, the month of October.
Yeah.
Esther, don't be in a
You,
hurry
you
to
are
end
in
this
a, you are in
month.
a hurry.
Esther, don't be in a hurry to end this
Yeah.
month now. We just started today. So this month of October, will be marking a significant global event, the upcoming World Statistics Day in of 2025. It will be marked on the 20th of October.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a global event.
Yeah.
And the theme for this year is better data, better decision, better lives. I go over that again. Better data, better decisions, better life. This powerful slogan perfectly encapsulates the mission of our show. You know, here on Data Speaks, we've always told you that we make data make sense. So this year's theme of World Statistics Day encapsulates everything that we've been talking about and we will still continue to talk about on this show. Join me to unpack this theme and its relevance in Nigeria is Professor Olubusoye, a statistician and a coordinator of UILISA, Department of Statistics, University of Ibadan. I've welcomed him before, but I am welcoming him again. You're welcome, sir.
And I'm saying thank you once again.
Yeah.
So it's always a great pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thank you.
And
Welcome.
maybe just to quickly expatiate on the celebration you mentioned.
Yes, sir.
The World Statistics Day
Day.
is officially celebrated by the United Nations
Okay.
every 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually started in 2010.
2010.
Yes, and that time the theme was celebrating the many achievements of official statistics. In 2015, the theme was better data, better lives. In 2020, the theme was on connecting the world with data we can trust. This year's own is focusing on driving change with quality statistics and data for everyone. But our discussion will focus on better data, better decisions, and better lives.
Better lives.
Yes.
Yes, let's dive straight into the business of the day. Better data. Let's break it down.
Yeah.
What does the global statistics community mean by better data?
Okay, so data can stand on its own.
Okay.
The word better can also stand
On its own.
on its own. So we do say uh, um, better than, which means you have uh, data of high quality. Um,
Actually.
yes, so that quality measurement is in terms of the accuracy of the data,
Okay.
is in terms of the timeliness of the data, is in terms of the relevance of the data, and of course, accessibility and the inclusiveness of the data. So if you can talk of better data, then you can also talk about poor data. As
Okay.
we have better data, the opposite is poor data. So poor data will lack accuracy,
Mm-hmm.
will lack preciseness, it will lack timeliness, which means you will be having data uh, of uh, several years back or several months back uh, to plan for today, which of course will not make any sense. It will not be relevant if the data is poor, uh, which means truly you have data, but it's not relevant to the issue or not helping to address any issue at all. It's not connected to the problem that we are trying to solve. Uh, Again, you could have data in your document, I mean, in your register, um, in your documents, but they are not accessible. So when data is not accessible, uh, it's not useful. And of course, you could have data that is not inclusive,
Okay.
which means it's discriminatory in nature. It's not also uh, looking at the disadvantaged people. It's not also accounting for those that are, um, you know, one way or the other disadvantaged. So, but better data in a nutshell simply means you have accurate data, you have timely data, you have relevant data, you have data that is accessible, and also very inclusive.
Thank you very much. That was insightful. So, moving on, how does this pursuit of better data relate to the work of agencies in Nigeria, like the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS), and also institutions like our beloved University of Ibadan?
Excellent. So, when we pursue better data, it's not just at the national level. Uh, so the institutions like the National Bureau of Statistics is the 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 coordinator of the Nigerian statistical system
Yes.
and is responsible for production of official statistics in Nigeria. They produce, they also disseminate. That's why you hear National Bureau of Statistics reporting inflation data on, on monthly basis. You also hear them reporting about the performance of the economy in terms of productivity. You hear them reporting indices like GDP growth, and all of that. So they have that responsibility to produce data. So NBS falls into the category of the national data producer. But we also have State Bureau of Statistics. Your state, for instance, has the State Bureau of
Statistics.
Statistics. They are also responsible for production of official statistics for the state government and, of course, for the citizen. So there are other parallel agencies that are producing data. Um, Maybe the budget office, maybe the national planning, Ministry of National Planning, and so on. Ideally, also at the local level, you are supposed to have, uh, you know, um, uh, a unit in the local government
Government.
that are responsible for data production. So I've talked about the government, but again, there are also institutions.
Institutions.
So when we talk about national statistical system, like I said earlier, the the coordinator of the system is the National Bureau of Statistics. So there you have producers. We also have those that we call the users of data. You and I, for instance, we are users. Researchers are users of data, right?
Yes.
So government itself is uses data, so they are users. Um, Business people, they also use their data. They are users. So apart from users, you also have the data suppliers. So we, you and I, we are data suppliers. The households, the industry, the firms, they are data suppliers. That's why when uh, census is being conducted, you will see enumerators visiting you. You are supplying them data. Is that clear, Esther? So you are the one. So you you are regarded as data supplier
Supplier.
in that system. That now takes us to the fourth, category of uh, um, the component of the statistical system, and that's where the University of Ibadan that you talked about. That's where the university comes in. The
Okay.
fourth category are the training institutions, like the Department of Statistics, University of Ibadan. Is a training with trained statisticians, both particularly the middle level statistical officers. We also, of course, we train the top level, those highly technical people, to be able to produce data, to be able to analyze data, to be able to uh, generate useful evidence or evidences from data. So this how uh, NBS and the University of Ibadan, this how they come into play when it comes to data. What that means is that the producer must produce reliable data. They must produce high quality data, timely data. They must produce relevant data, and they must make the data accessible, to the general public, to the media people, and to even the ordinary citizen. The data should be readily accessible, and of course, the data must be disaggregated, to by gender. So you must have the granular details of the data. So when you have this, all these put together constitute better data.
All right. Thank you very much. That was so explanatory. Um, Moving on to the next one, we spoke about better data. Now we are moving on to better decisions.
Yeah.
How does the quality of the data directly translate into the quality of the decisions made by government, businesses, and individuals?
Excellent. That's a very great question. Let me even start. with individuals.
Okay.
Let's say you are the head of a household and you have 10 individuals in your house that you have to feed.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, let's say 10.
All right.
Okay, if you are surprised.
I'm just checking the
Okay.
economies.
Okay,
That's
how
it.
many are you? How many?
Yeah,
You
six.
are six. Excellent. Let's use six. And let's say each of you ordinarily would take 1 cup of rice
Rice.
for meal, right? Or for a meal, you take 1 cup of rice. Uh, Suppose for whatever reason you don't know the number of people you have to feed in that family. So you go to market and instead of buying 6 cups, you you bought just 3 cups,
Oh,
right? Because you lack information, because
okay.
you don't have the data
Mhm.
about the mouths you have to feed.
Feed.
So you bought far less than what you need, right?
Yeah.
So what happens? Uh, People will be malnourished, and
Go,
then
go,
that
go.
could also lead to disease.
Yes.
That could also lead to sickness, and so on and so forth. So to have better data, no, you will be able to, of course, know precisely. You have accurate information about the mouths, the number of mouths that you have to feed. Am I am I correct?
Very
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
So you know precisely that you are six, right? And
Yes.
that if you want to feed them, and you will need 6 cups of rice, right? You
Yes.
are not going to buy less,
At all.
right? So uh, your decision as to what to buy, can you see how it's linked to the information that you
Information.
have about your household, right?
Yes.
Your decision even about your monthly expenses as an individual. How much data should you buy? How much should you reserve for your transportation? How much are you going to use for your head, care, for your cream, for your all the basic things that you have? That will largely depend on your income, right? Your
True.
sources. So a family head of the head of household will need information about the needs of the family, the size of the family, right?
Yes.
And then be able to allocate resources accordingly. Then at the level of businesses, the same thing. Businesses don't even want waste
At all.
at all. So
I
they
don't.
want to be precise. How many workers? How much are we paying them? What will be their emolument? What will be their allowances? How many? Uh, you know, if we are insuring them and things like that. And then you can scale this up also to the national level. So you can see that if your data level is more like garbage,
Mm-hmm.
when I say garbage, which means the amount, the data you have um, is of very poor quality. And what happens? It means government will not be able to allocate resources efficiently. So you will be building uh, uh, you will be building rail line for regions that required hospitals.
Mm.
You will be building airport for people who are malnourished and suffering from kwashiorkor. You will be building uh, you know, fanciful uh, stadium.
You give iPads to people that
You,
cannot read and
thank
write.
you. You give iPads to people who are unable to read and write, who cannot even uh, you know, make sense of the device. So that's how you mis, you know, mis, mis um, appropriate budget and things like that. So better data provides evidence that you need to be able to allocate very scarce resources effectively, and then you'll be able to target what what the precise interventions that you need. And you with better data, you are also able to measure the impact of your intervention. So these are ways by which better data translates to better decisions.
Thank
You
you.
can't have better decisions, as a matter of fact, if you don't have better data. So you can see the linkage in that theme: better data, better decisions, and of course, the third one is better lives. So they are highly connected, they are woven together.
Yes, it's obvious that they are all interwoven.
Yes.
Yes. Can we have practical examples here in Oyo State where a better decision was made by data, where data influenced making better decisions?
The most no glaring one that anyone could remember was during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Okay, I think I'm interested in this.
Yeah, you should remember that time that while lockdown was imposed on most states,
Mhm.
Oyo State did not.
Okay.
Yes, Oyo State did not, impose lockdown, and simply because the governor himself was on top. In fact, he he came out with the template for making decision at that time. I think he still uses that template. What was the template? Data, logic, and science.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was his template at that time, and it worked well, because with data he was able to make policy decisions driven by evidence, and of course, uh, while other states were locked down, Oyo State was the only one, and um, everybody actually praised the state government on that occasion. Um,
Maybe because I wasn't in Oyo State at the time.
yeah, you could even Google and know what happened that time. So in fact, even the federal government had to learn, from the state government. Yes, at that
That's
time,
good.
yes. So then, of course, many benefit. The state government was able to leverage on the power of data at that time, for identifying high risk areas, for targeted interventions, uh, and also for responding, speedily to crisis areas, for locating hotspots, and you know uh, for creating infrastructure. If you recall, uh, they established permanent isolation and treatment centers. Um, I think around Olodo.
Yes, I know.
Yes, also in some other regions like Ogbomoso, Chake, Nokeogun, and all of that. So at that time, the government was uh, you know, up and doing, and it was one of those times that you could appreciate, uh, the the government. responsiveness, and the use of data. If they didn't use data at that time, better data, so to say,
Okay.
perhaps things would have gone, much worse.
You are
Yeah,
yes. Thank you very much. We want to tie the knots together. We've looked at better data, we
yeah,
looked at better decisions.
yeah,
Now we want to look at better lives.
yeah.
So, how does the journey from reliable numbers to informed policy ultimately lead to a better life for the average Nigerian citizen?
Thank you. So, if you take any sector of the economy,
Okay,
you need data.
actually.
Why are we even, one of the, what I would call unfortunate, reality of our time now is we've not been having accurate census data.
Data, right?
So whatever figure that is flying around, um, uh, they are mostly estimated figures.
Figures.
And that tells you a lot because it tells you that whatever projection we are also making, so we are projecting based on estimate,
Hmm.
and that itself
It's
is
not supposed to
it's
be.
not
So,
supposed to be. So again, it will be difficult to plan as far as addressing issues like school enrollment, for instance, when you don't even know precisely how many children are of school age.
in that environment.
So you don't know precisely how many aged, senior citizens that we have in this country.
Hmm.
The last census 2006, and we are in 2025.
25.
So
Hmm.
by next year, just look at that, roughly
20
20
years.
years gap in census data.
Hmm.
So how do we now plan for 10 years time, for 20 years time? So that's why most policy will somersault, because they are not based on, you know, uh, you know, better data. They are based on poor data. They are driven by poor data. So uh, there is, as we have earlier established, better data will lead to better decisions.
Absolutely.
Better decisions will
Lead
lead to
to
better
better
lives.
lives.
And when uh, there is a missing gap there, then I tell you, you will see the effect instantly in the life of the people. When you see nations, countries, you know, they use real-time data
Data. True.
to monitor, you know, to observe public health outcomes, you know, to monitor disease outbreaks, to even monitor life expectancies. So with better data, you can the urban planners, for instance, will be able to plan our cities in such a way that there will be less congestions.
Traffic
When
congestion.
you see most areas that are heavily congested, it's because there are the planners or those who are supposed to ensure this thing have no uh, data to be able to approve certain buildings or certain edifices to be put in those places. So urban planners in the education sector also, you need better data, right?
Of course.
To
You
be
do.
able to plan um, and put in place adequate infrastructure for the students. That's why you see in most cases you have more students than the facilities available. These facilities are they are you know, they are they are used by more than by more people than originally planned for. So um, there are so many all spheres, even including security, including we talk about health, education, the area of um, health, I mean, any aspect. You need uh, better data to be able to make better decisions and, of course, to improve the lives of the people.
Thank you very much. We are moving on to the next one now. And I want to know, this theme is fundamentally about using statistics as a tool for national and human development. We want to know that we want to know if it is a theme fundamentally about using statistics as a tool for national and human development.
Yes, it's a tool for personal development. I've shared on this on this platform
Yes, you have
how I use data for my own personal development.
development actually. Yeah.
So it's not just I don't want our listeners to go away with the impression that only government need to have better data,
It's for
right?
everyone.
Uh, individual as an individual, you need to have data about yourself to be able to manage your own life. If you cannot uh, use data to understand how your health, you know, how your health operates, how your body system operates, you cannot use data to understand your financial situation and
Actually,
plan.
yeah.
You cannot use who will do it for you, by the
Nobody. You
way.
just have to save
If
yourself
you
and your
cannot
finances.
use data to plan your expenditure, your income, to plan your family, you can't use data, then of course you will suffer because you will make many wrong
Mm,
decisions, which will be so disastrous.
true.
You need data to even know when you normally sleep, when you normally wake.
Weak.
Nobody will do that for you. You need to understand your body system. Basic data and recording about your daily movement, locations where you visit, about your vehicle, uh, kilometer, fuel consumption, all those details. So it's not just about government, but of course, we we encourage government to champion
The use of
this
data.
use of data. So with data at national level, uh, we are able to uh, we are able to guarantee what all of us want, including accountability.
Sure.
We are able to hold government accountable. Government also is able to be transparent and say uh, this is how we arrive at this decision. This is uh, how we are build. The reason why we are building hospital here in Agbowo, but we are building, or rather, we are building school in Abadina, or we are building school in Ajibode. This is why we choose to build hospital in um, Olodo, while we are constructing road in uh, you know Agodi area.
Tickets.
So you are able to, government is able to show transparency. You are also able to use data to monitor progress. If you
Yes.
have set goals, if you have targets that you have set as a government, take for instance, the national government has been saying they want uh, uh, 1 billion dollar um, economy, so to say, if I get it right. No, that's a target. You need data, better data to be able to monitor
To monitor the
what
progress
stage
of
are you, where are you now, what have you achieved, what do you have left to be achieved. So you use data for accountability. If we have data, as a matter of fact, is a weapon to fight corruption.
Mhm. True.
Data is a formidable weapon to
Mhm.
fight corruption in our. But that's why uh, even most government agencies will hoard data. Sharing data is like taboo. Uh, so even though we have freedom of information bills, but most citizens actually are not using that to, you know, force government to release the data, or the agencies to release data. So data, accessibility is a major component of better data. You could have good data that is in files, or in hidden places. They are not usable. They are not usable, and they can't translate to better decisions.
At all,
And
they
the
can't.
better poor decisions will also translate to
Poor living.
yeah, so you know, poor standard of living. So that's how they are connected.
This is inspiring. Um, let's look into the roles of citizens.
Yeah,
As citizens and listeners of Data Speaks, what role do we play in ensuring the theme of better data, better decisions, better lives is realized? What role do we play to ensure that this um, theme of today or of this year is realized?
good. Like I said, the topic we are discussing uh, is better data, better
Decisions,
decisions, better
better lives.
lives. Um, but the theme actually for this year's celebration is driving change with quality statistics
Okay,
and data for everyone.
noted.
But they are connected. Maybe uh, after, maybe on
Next
the
time,
next time we will dwell much on that theme. Driving change with quality statistics and data for everyone.
everyone.
But uh, as regard your question, how, what is the role, or what roles can we play? In other words, what role can I play to guarantee better data for
Yes,
government, right?
yes.
Um, to enable government to also make better decisions
Decisions.
that will turn around to give us, the citizens, better lives.
Actually,
So you will see that as citizens, we are the data providers. Government,
basically,
government will need us to be able to provide, will need us, will come to us to get the data they need. They need data about, you know, about you, about your household. They need data about your community. They need data about service delivery, about the access to basic infrastructure, whether you have regular power supply, how many hours you have. So they will come to you. But from experience, most people they often refuse to provide the information, thinking that information they provide will be used for tax purposes, right? But usually it's not like that. So our role as individuals is that we must be willing to provide the information when government comes to say, we are taking census, we need information about you, we need information about your household, we need information about your income, we need information about your expenditure, we need information about the children that are in school, about the children that are out of school, we need information about your farm. So apart from government, you know that some researchers also, I'm sure Esther and so on, there are so many researchers in UI.
Yes.
Is another, these researchers are also working to solve societal problems. Am I correct?
Very correct.
If any student is working on a project now, the student is supposed to look at a problem, right?
Sure.
And solve the problem. The problem will only be solved through data. There is no scientific discovery. There is no problem that you can solve without collecting data. Whether linguistic problem, whether whatever problem,
Financial problem, academic problem,
you need data.
sure.
That's why researchers also will go. Sometimes they do conduct surveys. Sometimes they conduct experiments and so on to be able to generate the data they need. So if people are unwilling and are not supportive, they are not cooperating to provide the needed data, how would the researcher be able to generate and generate high quality results and findings that will enable good recommendations to be made? So as individuals, we should be willing to provide information uh, uh, when situations arises. So another role that we have to play, which is very, very important, as by the role you and I must play, is that we should always demand for government, we should demand from government to support whatever claims they make with data. If they are making claims that life is getting better, they should provide data. How many people have benefited from whatever? How many people have had a better life from the time they took over power?
The time of them speaking.
Yes. How many people were poor when they came into power? And how many people are now rich? At least they are comfortable now. So the responsibility, the role of us as individuals and citizens is to demand for data, evidence.
True.
Each time a politician makes a claim that life is better now, things are good now, roads are fine now, Schools are, you know, functioning well now. Lecturers are doing fine now. They are happy now. Students are enjoying themselves now. That, it is our responsibility. Okay, sir, we've had.
Provide data.
Can you please tell us what have you done now?
Provide the data.
What was the situation when you came in? And then what is the situation now? That is when we will now, people will now, people will now be able to, they will now be able to assess
Okay.
and pick, and know what is the truth and what is falsehood. There's no way. People will come with all manners of claims, right? They have done this, they can build one borehole and say the whole community are now enjoying free water. They can build 1 kilometer of road and say, no, everybody, the road there is. So, our middle responsibility is to demand from government, the relevant data to support whatever claim they make about our lives. About our lives. So, on a day like this, there will be many broadcasts, there will be many things that will be said. Um, this is what we have achieved. This is what we need data to be able to appreciate, and know whether we are being deceived or whether we
growth is occurring.
Yes, whether our life is truly getting better.
Yes, I think I'm tempted to say this is my best best time on earth, Professor. For real, for real, for real. It's really been fantastic with you on here today. Thank you for sharing from the wealth of your knowledge.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you also for highlighting the critical importance of engaging in requesting for data as youth and citizens of Nigeria. So quickly, we want to tune in into the statistical clinic of air. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. This session, I would like to um, introduce our lab, University of Ibadan Laboratory for Interdisciplinary Statistical Analysis. The lab is based in the Department of Statistics, and what do we do? Yes, I will share with you a couple of things that we do, but think of UI Lisa as your statistical help desk, where you can always get help on any data related, issue, any data related issue. So we are trained to treat data as patients. We are trained to also help you to get solutions to your data problem. We also provide consulting services. So precisely, we offer expert advice. So if you are a student and you are struggling with your final year project, you can just pay a visit to us. We can guide in your research design. We can guide in your design of experiments. Yes. And if you are a postgraduate student struggling also with analyzing your data, either your survey data or your experimental data, we can also guide you, we can assist you. If you are a local business, um, entrepreneur, we can also help you to make sense from your market data. So see us as your statistical help desk. Again, we can provide practical guidance, one-on-one consultation on on anything, relating to data, um, from sampling methods and questionnaire designs to choosing the right statistical test and interpreting complex results. These days, if you're a business owner, you can make a lot of money if you know how to leverage on the power of data. Not just uh, the power of, I know in the media, radios also will tell you that when you bring advert, we advertise your product for you.
Of course, that's what
Yeah.
we do.
So yes, so we can work with Diamond FM to make your business data to promote use data to promote your business. We are also available for collaboration. We can partner with you, you to bridge the gap between theory and practice, uh, regardless of your discipline, or faculty, or department. Uh, so I've worked with energy, experts. I've worked with economists. I've also worked with linguists, so on, so forth. So we invite you uh, to visit us at your free time. You can also call our administrative officer, Mrs. Kafayat. Our number is 0802-84-87397. Uh, Mrs. Kafayat, 080-284-87397. We are always there to help you and move from data confusion to data confidence. We look forward to seeing you at UI Lisa.
We look forward to seeing you at UI Lisa. That will be all for today on Data Speaks. We'll see you same time next week. Till then, make sure you make use of every information that you got here today. Good afternoon and enjoy the rest of the day.